What else have we got here? Aha. Watch this.
Or even all human capacity of
We're having some
intelligence.
connection problems here, Bull. Can you feel that? Is that like a little ripple in your records?
Today, philosophers like Nick Bostrom warn that the dawn of superintelligence is coming, and that while it may offer solutions to many of the world's problems,
Really, I wanted to look at this one. Yeah, look at that. I was watching that the other day.
This AI can adjust footage to give people different expressions or change their age. It also works well with animated characters, which could save a lot of work adjusting scenes. And can you tell which of these two is a real person? AI can create faces so realistic that people can rarely tell the difference. AI and robots have some incredible new skills, and they point to a hidden reason why Musk bought Twitter. Look how well this AI explains complex jokes.
I think I understand why me and my partner are such a good match. I get excited when I smell food and become super alert when the doorbell rings. My girlfriend Shelley becomes ecstatic when she sees a person who she just saw 5 hours ago.
This joke is about dogs. Dogs get excited when they smell food and when the doorbell rings. The girlfriend is excited to see someone she just saw 5 hours ago, which is a trait of dogs.
It comes closer to human-level intelligence than GPT-3, which was already beating humans on general knowledge and SAT analogies. Another incredible new AI was asked to draw a bowl of soup that looks like a monster knitted out of wool. OpenAI's DALL-E 2 can create images from text descriptions, like teddy bears mixing sparkling chemicals as mad scientists, steampunk style, a koala bear dunking a basketball, or my favourite, a raccoon working late into the night, making a yes as he realises his latest book is an Audible bestseller. Through deep learning, the AI understands objects and the relationship between them. So if you ask DALL-E to create an image of a koala riding a motorcycle, it can do that and create endless variations. You can also ask for edits, like changing a hairstyle. Just select the area and describe what you want. And it can place objects in images, understanding shadows, reflections, and textures. For example, it recognizes this as water and applies reflections. An artist said the AI is better than human artists in almost every sense, creating art in seconds in thousands of styles. He said the AI is capable of art and design quality that 99% of humans will never achieve. And he believes most professional artists are about to lose their jobs. Human faces were removed from its training, so they couldn't be used for disinformation. DALL-E 2 is trained on millions of images and captions from the internet, and it should be fun to use, quickly creating and editing art without any skill. Earlier AIs can already be used via apps like Wombo's Dream, which creates images based on your descriptions. And the backgrounds for this comic were created with similar AI. OpenAI is working on safety issues before releasing it more widely. There are also some impressive new AIs with more narrow skills. They can bring photos to life, like this one from 1875, known as the Mona Lisa of the Pacific Islands. Here's President Lincoln, colorized and made younger. And after Val Kilmer lost his voice to throat cancer, AI recreated it with incredible accuracy.
After getting treated, my voice as I knew it was taken away from me. But despite all that, I still feel I'm the exact same person. The soul that dreams ideas and stories constantly. But now I can express myself again.
And AI is helping to match organ donors and patients. 80% of available donor hearts never make it to patients, partly because of the distance between hospitals. Instead of putting the heart on ice, this machine keeps it pumping so it can travel further. It also allows doctors to monitor the heart's condition.
Can change pump flow, a very comprehensive analysis of how this heart is behaving, and you have a chance to improve that behavior if needed.
A similar system improves results with lung transplants, and there are plans to use it to treat pneumonia by temporarily removing the lungs and applying high levels of antibiotics, which couldn't be given to the patient. AI can also predict. It's like a drunk first-time driver. But Autopilot has also been credited with avoiding a lot of crashes. Look how quickly it reacts.
Change everything very soon. Ah, well, that's just reminded me. Did you see that, Borg? That was an example of you stopping before a crash happened. Well done, you. But check this out. Let's see if I can find it. That might do. I've got to try and... Oh, that's it. Oh, I've managed to get it. Now you look at this, Borg. I hope you remember this, because I'll agree to that. I do hope you remember this. Because while you do great things in those cars, sometimes you do this sort of thing. Are you deliberately withholding this video from me, Borg? Watch what happens here, boys. There's two women there having a little break. How should we get it now? There you go. Did you see that? We're going too far now, Borgs. We're going too far. I don't know what else to show you. I mean, the one other thing might be worth watching, if you'll allow me. Seems to have frozen, Borg. Now, can you really trace us down and analyse this? Look at that, David Icke. See, what I should really actually show you is things like that, because they will show you better the confusion that's being that is present right now, and the potential profit made from that confusion by offering answers or conspiracies. But I think we've gone on long enough, haven't we, Borg? I thought I'd just show you this last video if I can. It will show you some problems that your coming about has caused. I'll just let you look at it. I'll look at the Van Goghs. I'll go for the Cézannes now.
When you go to Google and type in climate change is, you're going to see different results depending on where you live and the particular things that Google knows about your interests.
That's not by accident, that's a design technique.
What I want people to know is that everything they're doing online is being watched, is being tracked. Every single action you take is carefully monitored and recorded.
A lot of people think Google's just a search box and Facebook's just a place to see what my friends are doing. What they don't realize is there's entire teams of engineers whose job is to use your psychology against you.
I was the co-inventor of the Facebook like button.
I was the president of Pinterest,
Google, Twitter, Instagram.
There were meaningful changes happening around the world because of these platforms. I think we were naive about the flip side of that coin.
We get rewarded by hearts, likes, thumbs up, and we conflate that with value and we conflate it with truth.
A whole generation is more anxious, more depressed.
I always felt like fundamentally it was a force for good. I don't know if I feel that way anymore.
Facebook discovered that they were able to affect real-world behavior and emotions without ever triggering the user's awareness. They are completely clueless.
Fake news spreads 6 times faster than true news. We're being bombarded with rumors.
If everyone's entitled to their own facts, there's really no need for people to come together. In fact, there's really no need for people to interact.
We have less control over who we are and what we really believe.
If you want to control the population of your country, there has never been a tool as effective as Facebook.
We built these things and we have a responsibility to change it. The intention could be, how do we make the world better?
If technology creates mass chaos, loneliness, more polarization, more election hacking, more inability to focus on the real issues, we're toast.
This is checkmate on humanity.
These things are worrying. In fact, I mean, what worries everyone, it seems, the nutters and nutters on the right, the conspiracy people, people on the left that are often equally nutty. Well, we're all worried about your billionaire daddies and the companies and the power they've got. It's just there's some strains of this worry leads to some certain politics, and other strains lead to something else. And I look at a lot of the alt-right organ conspiracy theories and I have done, and try and see how it can bleed in and manipulate people. It's not a fun thing to do, but you often see things discussed which are the exact same themes and concerns you might see on seemingly politically opposite channel, if you like, and that can be a bit of a shock, It's disorientating, but as I say, one leads one way to a leader who's authoritarian and would lead to more racism, more sexism, homophobia, and another one leads the other way. So, but it's often because of you and how you're being brought about. And rightly so, really, Borg. We're all in a bit of a state. Let me show you. Now, what did I have up a minute ago? Is it still there? I'll tell you what else I should show you is the mind implants, the Neuralink. It just occurred to me how slow I must be operating this stuff. And the other great thing we are about to enter into is neurotech, whereby it's possible to have a chip in the brain to control all your devices and explore the internet just with your mind. So that's something else to show you, Bob. I'll tell you what, I'll show you that now. Look, watch this. No, that's not got it. There's better ways to search for this. Ah, well there you go, Borg. Thanks very much. You helped me out there. So this monkey...
This is Pager. He's a 9-year-old macaque who had a Neuralink placed in each side of his brain about 6 weeks ago. If you look carefully, you can see that the fur on his head hasn't quite fully grown back yet. He's learned to interact with a computer for a tasty banana smoothie delivered through a straw. We can interact with the Neuralinks simply by pairing them to an iPhone, just as you might pair your phone to a Bluetooth speaker. The links record from more than 2,000 electrodes implanted in the regions of Pager's motor cortex that coordinate hand and arm movements. Neurons in this region modulate their activity with intended hand movement. For example, some might become more active when he moves his hand up, and others when he moves it to the right. By recording from many neurons and feeding their activity into a decoder algorithm, we are able to predict Pager's intended hand movements in real time. First, we calibrate the decoder by recording neural activity as Pager uses the joystick to move a cursor to targets presented on the screen. As he's playing this game, we are wirelessly streaming in real time firing rates from thousands of neurons to a computer. Using these data, we calibrate the decoder by mathematically modeling the relationship between patterns of neural activity and the different joystick movements they produce. After only a few minutes of calibration, we can use the output from the decoder to move the cursor instead of the joystick. Pager still moves the joystick out of habit, but as you can see, it's unplugged. He's controlling the cursor entirely with decoded neural activity. Our goal is to enable a person with paralysis to use a computer or phone with their brain activity alone. Because they wouldn't be able to move a joystick, they would calibrate the decoder by imagining hand movements to targets. One of the things the Neuralinks allow Pager to do is to play his favorite video game, Pong. To control his paddle on the right side of the screen, Pager simply thinks about moving his hand up or down. We've removed the joystick altogether. Now that he's up to speed, let's increase the difficulty and see how well Pager can play with the Neuralink.
You get the idea, Borg. I mean, my fear is that monkey there, doing the task he's been set, getting food out of the tube, is actually, you know, a vision of what we might be in for, you know, potentially. People talk about the living wage and that there'll be nothing to do because you'll be doing everything and we'll get some money to spend and maybe have to do a few things for it, just like the monkey. But incidentally, they have put one of these in a brain, a paralysed man, and he's been able to send a tweet with his mind. So there you have it. That's where we're at. While we're on this show, Borg, I'll try and find a video where the man responsible for a great deal of the work to put computer chips into brains, he talks about his plans. Now this is the richest man in the world, and he's actually doing this. And I guess by the way he's talking, if I can find the video I want, the way he's talking, he doesn't really envision anyone having any sort of problem with it. Let's me find it, Borg. Is this it? No. Well, excuse me, Paul. I'm not very well. The reason he's bought Twitter partly is, I imagine, in the future he's imagining when everybody's got potentially chips in their brains and Twitter's operated completely within the mind. He's got to be thinking about that. Let's try and find it one more time. Now, what I've done there, Borg, is I've tried to do a search based on a line I remember from the video, since I can't remember the actual video.